and welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to do just a little review of the Budget by Paycheck workbook by the Budget Mom. I just found her site a couple weeks ago, and that is like one of my big resolutions, one of my big habits I want to start this year is getting control of my finances and getting out of the, something coming up and putting it on my credit card. So I want to have the money put back so that way I don't have to worry about credit cards anymore. So we have the Budget by Paycheck. This is the full-size workbook on the spiral. Let's just get into it. So I'm really excited. Now there's parts of this that I've already filled out, and some of that is covered because again, I'm private about, I'm not really ready to share everything here. So some things are covered, some things are not, and then I've already written some stuff like in January and February, and so I'm going to skip those and show you the monthly out of March, and pretty much it's the same. I think it's the exact same for every single month. So we're just going to look at March so you can see all of the worksheets. So here we have, let's see if I can back up just, nope. Okay, there we go. All right. We have a new setup here, so we'll see how this goes. So here is the front sheet. It is just has the workbook belongs to and if found, but I'm not taking this anywhere. This is staying at my house, so I'm not going to worry about anybody getting it because it's not going anywhere. Then she has the instructions to show exactly how to fill everything out and how to go through everything. The 9 steps, to go through to set up your budget and to get all of your numbers where they need to be and where your starting point should be. So again, this is more of how to fill out those forms. So starting out, I did sit down and read through all of this, and it's a lot of information, and which I've also watched a lot of her videos, also going over all of this stuff. So here, the next page is the financial plan, which is the goal worksheet. And so you have a place for short-term goals, so within your first year. So I've got them written here, estimated cost and target date. My target date is generally the end of the year, so I want to meet all these by the end of the year. And then medium-term goals is within 5 years. I've got 3 or 4 things written down, but I don't have kind of the estimated cost yet. And then I've not written any long-term goals right now, just because right now I'm focused here for right now. Later in the year, I may put some stuff down, if I start meeting some of these goals early on. But for right now, this is what I've got. Memberships and subscriptions. This is really helpful because, like, starting out, I thought, oh, okay, well, I do have, my Canvas subscription. And then I was like, oh, well, I've got that. And then, I got a thing from PayPal with a receipt for that. And, adding it all up, it's quite a few subscriptions over time. So I'm not going to answer that because I think it's a telemarketer. Okay, so, and then I wrote down all of these. Now, obviously, some of them, like that, is optional. I've not gotten that in a few months, but I have to go in and either cancel it or skip the next subscription, which I have for February. So it's not renewing, I think, right now till March. So I'll just work on that. I am going to get AAA because if I'm out with my 3 kids by myself, I just feel like I would feel more comfortable. So that's one thing I'm going to get this year. And I've already canceled the Photify. And I have, some other things. These are for work. The Scentsy Scent of the Month is for my Scentsy business, and the Travel Solutions is our online management tool for my Disney planning. And then my Scentsy website, I have to pay for it every month. But those those are business expenses. So as you know, I kind of, but they're, you know, it comes out of my checking account. So so that's why they're listed here, so I can remember, hey, I've got stuff coming out. All right, here are my sinking funds, yearly savings, goals, and events. So I have Christmas, clothes, vacation, birthdays, emergency fund. I set up, we kind of cleaned out a room, and I've set up for an office, but right now I'm just using like folding tables and stuff, and so I want to save up to get the tables and stuff that I want, and some things. So I've put $500 for that, and then a cushion in I have 2 checking accounts, so in both of my checking accounts I want a $1,000 cushion, and that way it's there should I need it or should something come up that I'm not expecting. So some of these are revolving: clothes, vacation, birthdays. I'll use them as we go on vacation. Vacation too, we do like one big vacation, but a lot of times we'll go to Pigeon Forge for the weekend, so that way I would have the money put back for stuff like that. Here is, for these goals, you have tracking on this side, so you can put this in, so that way each month you can kind of fill in as you go and see if you've met or when you meet your goals. Here's the sinking funds. I guess I use the same things like here. This is a little bit different, so I did my 1,000 for my checking accounts here, and then I want to add, like there's money in my savings accounts, but I want to add 1,200 to each of those, so those are sinking funds there. And then over here I have Christmas. I have one additional sinking fund that's not listed on my other page, and then car maintenance, so I've put those there. Because once I hit my office goal, car maintenance is going to be my next goal, because I need to get tires, so, or I will be needing to get tires. So I put that to follow up once I hit that office goal, because I don't think it'll take me all year to do that. Okay, and then here is your yearly spending overview, so you can, you know, write all your categories down and then fill it in as you go, so then you'll have your totals at the end of the year. So this is kind of an ongoing thing that you're going to use. Here is your yearly balance. So this is my debt payoff side, so this is not listed. And then over here, there's, I'm doing instead of doing a bar graph, I'm going to do a line graph. So I've like plotted 3 colors here to do, so that way I can track all 3 of them on here and I can see how they go up. My goal for each of them is 1,000, which is here, but if I go over, all the better. Alright, so here's your bill tracker. So you can write whatever your bill is and then check off as it's paid every month. I don't have a lot of bills, but I do have some debts I need to pay off, and I just haven't listed those out yet. Medical bills, we don't have like a medical bill that we owe on, so I'm just going to put this whenever we do co-pays or prescriptions or anything medical for me and the girls, then I'm going to write all that down here. Brian takes care of his, I take care of the rest of us. Then you have thoughts and notes, and then you go into your months. And again, I did clip off January and February, so they're not, I'm not sharing anything I don't feel comfortable with. So at the beginning you have a quote and this is the paint. There's 2 different styles. There's the peony and the paint. The floral print was out of stock, so I got this one, which is fine. So here is the month at a glance. So you can fill in your dates. So if you want a Monday start, I did a Sunday start because that's the way, for a budget, that's the way I want I want to see a month with Sunday at the beginning and Saturday at the end. That's just the way my brain works when I'm looking at a monthly view. And I went ahead. I am self-employed, but I'm trying to set it up to where I get paid every 2 weeks. I'm just holding whatever I make for like that day. So everything I make, my plan is everything I make like from the 5th to the 18th will be my 25th paycheck. And then so everything I make from the 19th to the 1st will be that next paycheck, if that makes sense. So that way, that's just my plan. So anyway, so I went ahead and went through all of the months and marked when my paydays are. I use 3 different colors. I've got them labeled as to which colors they are. On the actual marker, I use mild liners. So you have your month at a glance and anything you need to, you can do goals, anything you need to remember that may be coming up that month, you can put it in. And then you have your paycheck budget tracker, and you have 5 of these double page spreads. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So here you have your income. You have space for 4 different incomes, and then your totals. So you can budget what you're expecting to get, and then once it actually comes in, so that way you can kind of budget and then fill in what actually happened. And then you've got plenty of lines for bills, their due dates, what you're expecting them to be, and then your total and what you should have left over, and then your cash envelope categories, what you're budgeting, and all that. You have a place for your paycheck date, which sinking funds you're putting in for that paycheck, what you're budgeting. Any extra debt that you are paying off can go here, and then extra savings can be listed down here. And then you have your leftovers, so then you can add up all of your, well, you have your income, subtract all of your sections, and then you have your zero balance, basically, because you should allocate all of your money throughout these areas. And everything is labeled with a number or a letter, and so it tells you what to add and what to do. Over here you have your envelope categories and your amount, and then you can separate which denominations for what bills you want for each envelope, total those up, and then at the back of every single month you have a sheet with 6 of the teller slips. So there's 6 for each month, so you should have plenty for the whole year. And then you can just cut these out, take them to the bank, and they'll give you what you want out of them. All right, so after you have all of your 5 paycheck budget trackers, then you have 1, 2, 3, I think 3. Yeah. 3 double pages of expense trackers. So since I have 2 checking accounts and I'm going to have the envelopes, I think what I'm going to do is use 1 double page for envelopes, and then use 1 double page for 1 checking account and use 1 double page for the other checking account. So that way I can keep them totaled up and accurate. And I think that's what I'm going to start out. Well, that's what I have started out doing for January. So we'll just see if I change that as the year goes on. Then you have your debt payment plan. So all of your debts that you have, their current balance, their interest rate, your minimum payment, and the order in which you want to pay them off. So the only thing I wrote in February is, like, I wrote everything down for January and then I ordered them. So then I went in February and actually put them in order from like first to last. So that way I could see them, and I lined them up by the highest interest rate. So any extra debt payments you make for that month, so you can write those here, and then total debt payments. So your minimum payments plus what any you paid extra will go here. Last month's balance will go here. This month's balance will go here. Your progress, so B minus A, will go here, and then your total debt monthly progress. And this actually, this has it. It has the formula for you to calculate that if you don't know how to calculate it. And then your overall progress. So you're going to go your total debt you started with, your total balance this month, your overall progress, and your overall percentage of progress. So it's got everything here that you can calculate and figure out how you're doing based on your goals. Here's the net worth tracker. This is probably something I'm not going to worry too much about right now until I get this under control. If I'm doing really good with this, then I may start writing this down. But right now, this is not my main concern, knowing what my net worth is and how it adds up each month. I'm not there yet. Okay, so where did my money go? So you can do your starting, your earned, any other income, any savings you use, so that's your total inflow, all of your categories, what you budgeted, what you actually spent, the difference, and the percentage of your total here. And down here again, she has put the formula in so you can calculate those. And then here is your debt and savings. Where did my money go? The monthly inflow, the debt payoff, percentage of inflow, and then savings is total monthly income. So not the whole inflow, just your earned income. Your what you put back, your percentage, because see, your inflow includes savings used, so you're not going to put savings, you know, you can't calculate that. So your debt categories, your saving categories, and what percentage you put towards each. Now we also have the comparison where you can put in what you spent in February, what you spent in March, and what the change is, so you can kind of see how your spending is. And I love this. I did use this for January, and it is going fabulously so far. Is the monthly meal plan. Now, I usually just cook, well, I had gotten to where I wasn't cooking, but maybe 2 days a week. I am cooking, I'm planning 5 meals a week, and so we eat out usually on the weekends. Like sometimes if I'm going to be in Johnson City or something, if I'm going to be like away and I pick up supper, then I move that meal to either Saturday or Sunday. And that way I'm still cooking 5 days and we're still just eating out the 2. So I'm trying to do it that way to try to save some. And I think that is the last page. Oh no, well, you have one more page, like notes page, and then you have your teller slips. And then you move on to the next month. And you start all over. So I do write in what payments I have coming out. So basically, I don't write in like any of this or sinking funds. I don't write in any of that. I just write in what bills I had here. So this has the bills and I have it highlighted based on which paycheck. So right now we have new month, you start all over. And I'm just so excited to get into this. And you know, I've been using it for 2 weeks now. I know where all my money is. I know where everything's going. When I'm out and I think, oh, I really want such and such, and then I think, oh, well, I don't have money allocated for that right now. Or if I go ahead and use the money for that, then this, you know. So I'm making better decisions now than I was before. So I hope this helped. I will link this, the Budget Mom, her shop, where you can get this, in the description box. I'm not, you know, no connection or anything. I just wanted to share what I found and what I think is going to be a very great tool for helping me to get control of our finances and just get on the right track and kind of have that happier, better life. So I hope you enjoyed this. Please give it a like and consider subscribing. I'd love for you to come back. So I'll talk to y'all later, and I hope you have a great day. Thanks.